Now it is day 9 of the South African lockdown. It's been raining since yesterday afternoon until now, where the sun just barely came out and I see it starting to drip again. By the looks of it, I'll have to do it under the roof. I unfortunately cannot do it in my campsite. Thank you for watching. Let's do it. Today I want to test the old traditional stove as we know it, the Campx one, or these new small carry type stoves, because do you actually need so much gas when you go camping? This thing's very heavy, it's very bulky, and I think as a heavyweight in a vehicle, it's also dangerous. So do you still need these big ones? What I'm going to do is, I'm going to put a half a liter of water, like I've done in the other video, half a liter of water on the stove, see how long it takes to boil, and I'm going to do the same with a small stove. The small stove gas canisters looks like this. You buy them at most hardware stores, and I've boiled 3 or 4 liters of water on this one without replacing it. Don't know how long it lasts, but I will try and do some math. Once we know how long it takes to boil, then from there we can calculate how much gas, because usually they've got the gas flow rate, so then we can calculate how long this canister should last if you use this stove at full volume. So let's get started. Right, that oats going. 2 cups, approximately 500 milliliters of water into the kettle. And I put it on the stove. So we're going to leave it on until there's a bit of steam coming out the spout over there, and the clock is running. I think that is a boil. Definitely. Okay, stop the clock. It's boiling. Right, now I'm busy setting up this stove. I just want to make clear, none of these things are sponsored. All of this actually belongs to me. It would have been nice. This is Campx, this is Alva. Both very common products in the South African market. Right, now I believe I've had to take it out of its case, just for in case, excuse the pun. This is the manual for this stove. I want to see if I can get a gas flow rating out of it, and according to that I can calculate how many of these you have to take. You're definitely not going to finish one of them in a day, so I would say this is going to probably at least last you 3 days. So if you go on a weekend trip, one of these would be enough. For safety's sake, you take an extra one with, just as I have done now. There's one installed, and then I've got a spare one for in case. Let's put it to the test. Get this 500 milliliters of drink, and I'm gonna pour it into the kettle that is right. Now this one's got an auto ignite, which I have no clue how it works. So it says load the gas canister, so let's do that. Right, max ignite, let's see now. Oh, okay, that's easy. Right, I've got it. You turn it completely to its maximum, and then it ignites. I'm gonna just move this one out of the way like that, and then the clock is already running. It's starting to boil. I think we are now more or less at the point that we were on the other test with the fuel tablets. Okay, now this thing's really going. I think we can stop the clock. You agree that's a boil? Right, stop the clock. Turn it off. To me, standing in front of the camera with no clock at the moment, because I can only put it on the computer, I want to say this one was faster. You're gonna save approximately 200 Rand buying this instead of that. My opinion, this is the way to go. Save on space, save on weight. Right, I'm going to take this thing off. Now I'm going to put the kettle on there. I don't want to break this glass. I'm going to unload it like that. And then of course you can take the canister out, and then I would say should have had it. If somebody wants to sponsor me a scale, it would be nice. But I've used this one. I would say there's about a quarter. No, about half the gas is out. It is also pretty cold, so that tells me that it was depressurized quite a bit. There was a reasonable gas flow out of it. I would say I used about, in boiling a kettle 3 times, I've used about half of it. So you're gonna boil a half a liter of water about 6 times, I guess, with one of these canisters. I will try and do a calculation and see if I can get to an answer and then add it into the video. Things happened so quickly here, I didn't have a chance to look at the manual again. But this is definitely the way to go. See whether it lines up, so it's... Now you must be careful when buying one of these stoves. You get 2 types. You get one that you gotta take the canister out to put it back in its box. That's a pain, because then you have 2 loose canisters lying around and you end up not knowing which one you've used and which one you haven't used, and as luck would have it, you're gonna run out on the one and think you've got a full one, and then you haven't. So be sure to buy one that the canister can pack away in the standard box, like this one. I have seen the other ones. It's a pain. Like I say, you've got to take the canister out in order to pack it away. Not a very good design. Unfortunately, I don't know what that one's name is. This one is Alva Gas. They've got a variety of gas products in most of the hardware stores around South Africa. Well, I've seen them in all the hardware stores I've been to in the eastern side of Pretoria. Right, ladies and gentlemen, I think that is the end of day 9's testing.